Today, we're going to continue the new hire training for your AI receptionist by configuring the look and feel of your web chat widget and providing your bot with some ground rules on how to handle the various situations that it will encounter. To get started, let's log into bowtie.ai/login using your Bowtie admin username and password. Once the page loads, click the gear icon on the bottom left corner to open the settings. From there, in the settings menu, select Web Chat. The Web Chat screen has the code that you'll need to copy and paste into the footer of your website to add the chat portal. It's also where you can set the branding for the chat portal and where to set up how your bot will use the chat to initiate and pursue conversations with clients. Lastly, there's some general settings on this page that lays out how you want the chat widget to work. Let's start with the top and work our way down. The first item is the My Widget Code section. When you're ready to deploy your chat widget, an owner or someone with an admin account can come here to copy the code and paste it into the footer of your website. Please see the articles below this video for additional information about adding your Bowtie widget to specific website building platforms. Next is the look and feel of your widget in the web chat branding section. Choose a chat color by clicking on the color box or using the color picker to choose a color. It can be found here to the left of the Save button. Click Save to continue. To display your bot's messages on the web chat with its own avatar, click on the square to open your computer files and select an image from there. Usually, a smaller version of your logo is a great option to use as a chatbot's avatar picture, rather than the picture of a person. This helps to provide a smooth interaction between client and bot, and to make it clear that the client is speaking with your bot instead of a live person. And while there isn't a specific image size that you should use, we recommend using a square shape and using an image that's around 300 pixels by 300 pixels, so the image isn't too big or too small when your Bowtie bot scales it to fit. The web chat logo can also be selected from your computer files by clicking on the rectangle and finding a PNG or JPEG among your files. For the best result, make sure that the logo has white lettering and is set on a transparent background. For a background image to display in the web chat header, click the rectangle and select a JPEG or PNG from your computer files. Now that your bot's web chat portal is aligned with your branding and is ready to be representative of your business, let's work on how your bot should greet your clients who are browsing on your website by configuring the Widget Call to Action section. All these settings will determine what your bot does and says when inviting clients to start a chat. Let's focus on the first item in the list, the Widget CTA header, also known as the Call to Action header. This is the first message that clients will see when the chat widget pops up. We find that a standard greeting with welcome or welcome to our business does the job fine, but feel free to get creative with it and really attract your client's attention. To edit the text, click in the text field and enter what you'd like your bot to display in the chat widget header. Next is the Widget CTA text field. This can be a question that your bot can use to strike up a conversation. How can I help you today? Or a quick description of what the client is interacting with or a quick instruction on how to get started. Chat with us to book an appointment or ask us a question. Click into the field and type the message that clients will see on the button when they initiate a chat. The last section in this page will help you configure the settings for how the web chat widget should behave and how it works when on your website. We encourage you to turn on the Replace Booking Link setting if you prefer all your appointment books take place through the web chat widget, hosted by your AI receptionist. This will redirect customers to book through the bot when they attempt to book through a widget on your website. It's best practice not to allow the chat widget to auto-open on your website. This is because it can be jarring for your client when they first visit your site, so we recommend keeping the button for Open Widget on Load to off. If a client closes the chat widget and declines the Call to Action button, you can set the Hide CTA on Close option to On, so it doesn't appear again for that client, even if the client goes onto the other pages in your website or refreshes the home page. The Delay Widget Load can be set to tell the widget to wait so many seconds before popping up on your website and displaying the Widget CTA button text. This tends to be a good idea if you prefer clients to be able to land on your website and have a good look around before your bot chimes in. For example, if you want your clients to be able to view a video or an ad on your site that starts when the client arrives, you can use this feature to time the pop-up of the CTA message after the video is done. To delay the pop-up time, enter the number of seconds you want the bot to wait. When the client arrives at your website, the bot will start a countdown. and at the appointed time, the bot will appear and display the widget CTA button text. If you think that the call to action buttons are useful, but can be tiresome after a while, you can use the Fade Widget Call to Action button setting to have the web chat call to action button fade into the background after a set amount of seconds if the client doesn't click on it. The chat will always be available for the client on the website. This setting only has the CTA button disappear after an allotted amount of time. Enter the amount of time in seconds in this field here. Nicely done! All the settings are configured on this page. Click the Save button at the top right of the screen to keep your changes. Next to the Save button is a Preview button, which will take you to a demo of your bot. We're going to cover this in another tutorial, but feel free to come back later and click on this button to see how much your bot has grown and changed since its first day on the job. The last topic of today's tutorial is the Preferences screen. To get there, make sure you're still in the Settings menu under the gear icon, and click the Preferences link under the My Bot menu. This page continues to refine your AI receptionist knowledge of your booking policies, and it's also where you can finally give your bot a name. In fact, that's the first item on the screen. Enter your bot's name in the text field here. Because we want to avoid confusing clients into thinking they're interacting with a live person, we're partial to robot puns for names. As an example, we've named our bot Body, but choose whatever name suits your business's style. This section is also where you can either turn off or switch on your bot. It's good to note where this is, in case you want to pause the bot for a branding update or maintenance. Keep in mind, however, this should be used sparingly to make sure that your bot syncs correctly and often with your software. The Booking Settings section updates how your bot books clients and the information it requests from them. You can toggle any of these settings on or off so your bot handles everyday booking situations according to your policies. When you're finished with this tutorial, please take a moment to read the article linked below to make sure that the required fields are set up correctly in your MindBody software. To require that a credit card be saved on the client's profile to book, toggle this switch on. Below, you can set text for the bot to use when explaining to clients why this is a requirement. We'll talk about what happens during the booking process and the settings surrounding when or if your bot charges the customer's credit card in a later tutorial. Next is the cancellation policy settings. You can adjust how your bot handles cancellation requests from clients by preventing clients to cancel or late cancel through your bot. Or you can have your bot enforce your cancellation policy for all appointments by entering the time frames for an early cancel and what information the bot should share about your cancellation policy in this cancellation message text field. It's important to note that these settings are set globally for services, and customizing cancellation periods for individual services isn't an available feature at this time. The missed call settings allows you to edit how your bot handles missed calls from your clients. If you want your bot to respond to client voicemails with an SMS text, toggle the Respond to Voicemail message to on. If you'd like the bot to offer to rebook an appointment for an existing client based on their last service, toggle the Offer Rebook option in missed call text to on. The last section is the Marketing Attribution settings. If you want your bot to track how a client came to your business when they book, go ahead and flip the switch to on. Then, add your Google Analytics ID in the field below. This can be used to track if an ad resulted in a booking on your website and give you valuable insight on where to spend your marketing budget. If you need help finding your Google Analytics ID, please see the link below this tutorial. That's it. The customization of your AI receptionist is coming along. Now that we've covered branding for your business and hardline policies, join us for the next tutorial, where we'll help your bot develop a personality that fits your brand.